Hello, hello, hello. All right, I think I'm ready to start drawing. Hello. All right. So I have no idea who's here yet, but hello. I added a fishing mini game. You just got to go exclamation point fish and it'll cast a line for you. Okay. Ooh, an eagle ray. All right. Back to the art. Don't worry, the fishing, it goes away after a second. There we go. See? It collapses. Okay, now, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were working on her hair. Did I get the music a bit loud? Oops. I think I got too quiet now. Can't win for losing and can't lose for winning. All right. Let's work on hiding some of this fringe. All right, we got the ahoge part done too. That's all right. We're on the middle fringe. Perfect. I got the left and the right. So should this be, yep, this is folder 5. Perfect. And it is currently a single layer. I want it to be 3 different layers. Let's just change that to the correct color. All right, layer, rasterize, and do that. Oh, I think we need to turn on our colors layer. There we go. Knew I was missing something. Okie dokie. Oop. All right, those lines are blue now. So let's duplicate and then duplicate. So we're going to delete out the things. There is a method to this madness, I promise. So boop. For those. Gonna delete them from that one. Turn that one off, turn that one on. Now we're gonna delete the 2 on the outside. Okay, why are you not giving me my delete option? Oh, because I'm on the wrong folder. Haha. Perfect. And then on our final folder, which is this one, we delete these 2. So that should have net resulted in perfection. So I hope everyone has had a good day today. I had a long day, largely thinking about how much I wanted to go home and work on art. Let's see. We'll get started on the pink and blue like we were doing last time. Let's see if I remember what I was doing. That's the hardest part in art, is consistency. Let's see. I was using the marker brush. That looks about right. Okay. So I believe I was starting with flecks of the pink color. Just kind of all over it like in the faucets of a gem, or the facets, the fire of an opal. I don't know. And then once I had that in, I was kind of wrapping it up in this brighter blue. Kind of like we can see in this hair on the side here. So that kind of makes it look like it's a shiny thing. And now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should have started with this kind of aqua-y, bright greeny blue and then put the pink inside of it. I think I'll try that on the next strand because it's too late now. Okay. It looks like for some of these I was doing a smidge of smudge. And then I think I was going back in to redetail, which seems a little bit redundant. But 'tis what it is. And I don't have to get too crazy up here because it's almost always going to be covered by hair. But it exists just in case. Alright, so that one I can move on to the multiply layer for. Actually, I'm going to do these two colors of all three strands first. That way, I can just kind of bang them out and get them done. Alright, so trying that thing I was talking about with starting with the blue. So just kind of the concept of hair with the blue. And then going with the pink. Yeah, it seems to achieve the same thing, maybe even faster. All right. Yeah, I like the look of that. Okay, and then the third one. Yeah, so this stream is later in the day than the last time I streamed, and that's just because works the poop. But burger worth it. However, I don't have burger, I have pizza. I have a cheeseburger pizza. Pretty good option. I have chicken bacon. I think that needs a little bit of softening on a few edges to make it look sharper, which might seem backwards, but it is what it is. All right. Now let's get these kind of shadowy colors before we go on to the multiply layer. Let's start up here. I want to be a little bit heavier on the parts that are most likely going to be covered in shadow anyways. And a little bit of a lighter hand where I want it to have more of it like it's getting light. Did I not get that second color? Because that looks too bright for that. Okay, perfect. I think I did this backwards. I think last time I started with the darks and then went to the light, so I'll do that on the next set of hair. It kind of shakes out evenly. I'm a dunce. There we go. Okay, I think those are going to turn out looking okay, even though I flubbed a little bit on them. So, multiply and the highlight. And that was a multiply of 30 and a glow of 33. So let's go back to this top one. Multiply. Clip it. And a slightly larger brush to get those shadows in there. Using the wrong color. Easy fix. I don't like that. Let's just kind of give it the vibe of a hair strand, even though it's supposed to be some very lovely, like, opal rock. She's our little rock idol. All right, and then drop that to 30. See how it looks. That looks fine. And then glow dodge. Clip. Put that down to a 30. 30, not 31. Darn it. There we go. And that's where like the life and fire really comes into it, is that glow layer. All right. Multiply, clip, plus, glow dodge, 30, and clip. So the multiply layer, multiply color. Hi! Let me know what you think of the fishing game. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. And once I have affiliate, apparently I can have it cast whenever people like use different things. So that's kind of exciting too, is what I can do with that in the future. And I have it set to let you catch the cooler stuff. You can set custom stuff. I'm going to look into that as well. In the future, I'm thinking of doing stuff like being able to fish up a free piece of art or something. I think that would be a lot of fun. A chicken nugget. Yes, a nugget of chicken. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'll do like free art coupons of some kind that can be fished up on a very low percentage. I think that would be a lot of fun. And like other kind of reward type things, like I don't even know what. I'll figure it out, but I'm kind of excited because it's a really fun, cute little thing. So how are you doing, Keno? Okay is good. It's better than not okay. I was not okay yesterday. I like immediately went to bed when I got home from work. That's why I didn't do any art yesterday. Well, that and I had RP. But I also ended up going to bed early from that. I felt like a bum, but I mean, it is what it is. Ooh, yes. Make kill tank. Okay, 30% clear. I didn't drop that multiply enough. There we go. There we go. Okay, and the glow dodge I can clip. And I'll set that to its normal amount. I like to do the multiply at 100% just so I can see it, because I bump it down so much. But yeah, I have a slice of pizza that I will slowly devour. My favorite take and bake place had like a $16 off for your birthday coupon. So I made it out of there like a thief with a massive pizza for like $6. Yeah. Glow is supposed to be 33, not 30. I wrote down the settings I was using last time to keep it consistent. So the multiply, that's 30. Area. Yes. Yes, I do. I do put pineapple on pizza. Um, but like I have to be careful about the places that I get that kind of pizza at because of my mystery Italian food allergy that I highly suspect is fennel. Fennel being a very common spice used in pepperoni and pizza sauces. So when I get my pizzas, I don't usually get the normal sauce, which is sad because I love that stuff. But part of what I love about it is the burn, which you know it's not supposed to have. So my favorite feature is not a feature. Yeah. I think it's silly when people go, no, no pineapple on pizza. It's like, they just don't get pineapple on your pizza. Yeah, I suspect it's fennel because I remember these little like these pizza pockets I used to get when I was a kid. They had these seeds in it that looked like June bugs, you know, black and white stripes. And I've looked it up, and that's what fennel seeds look like. And I hated those. They were my least favorite part of the pizza pocket because when I bit into them, it felt like unleashing acid in my mouth. And I was like, this is why did they put that in there? That is a terrible flavor to go with that. Little me was not quite aware of some things, but I always hated biting into a fennel seed just because of how it just felt like acid on the tongue. And I just blissfully was unaware of, you know, food allergies like that until I was much older. All right. All right, now I need to name these. These are the mid fringe. Mid im fringe. And because this is the one on my left hand side that needs to be R. This one's the middle, so mid M fringe M, and then mid M fringe L. I'm a genius. So no, I don't. That's why I was so confused. Like I am completely ambivalent to like I love carrots. Yeah, I think it's specifically the fennel seeds because the fennel seeds have the most of the allergen in them. I've looked it up because I've just been trying to figure this shit out. But I'm perfectly fine with carrots. I love cilantro. I don't know about coriander. And celery I'm just completely ambivalent towards. Now celery seed I don't know about. I haven't knowingly imbibed of it. I'm not even sure imbibe is the right word. Oh, is that what coriander is? I had no idea. All I know is I don't have the cilantro is soap gene. I have the cilantro is yummy gene. It's just so fresh. Speaking of fresh, check out her hair. Look at that. And her eyes that stare straight into your soul. Okay, let's turn the fringe completely off. Perfect. And then turn the mid fringe off so I can see what I'm working with here. Make the head go away. Make the entire rest of the body go away. Just get out of here, girl. All right, nothing left but hair. Oh, and I accidentally turned off the back of her hair. There we go. Got it back. Okay. So, I'm going to drop the opacity on that. And drop the opacity on this. So I can see what I'm working on. I need to get this hair that's on the side of her faces. Which is under hair mid. And I'm just kind of sorting it as I go. Because a lot of this I didn't cut left, right, or anything like that. So it's like I'm cutting as I draw. And I'm not sure if this is the smartest route, but... Oh, yeah. I want her to have like really flowy, swooshy hair. Swooshy, swooshy, swooshy. Like swooshier than mine. Okay. Let's see. There's that. Okay, and I've got this as a separate set of layers, so let's create a folder, dump that in it, duplicate the folder, and then this will be face side hair L. Face side, I can type, I swear, side hair R. So for L, the left-hand side is actually the R side. So this L, what I have selected, I need to delete outside of. And then on here, I need to delete inside of. And then perfection. I'm genius at work. All right, 1 second, I'm gonna take a bite of pizza. This pizza's so good. Yeah, it took me years to figure out the fennel thing. Like, I was so upset when I first realized I had an issue with it at all. Line color is set. Line color is nope. Boop, 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 boop. Line color is set. Okay. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do the do it and then flip it thing. Tapioca. Oh, I'd be so mad if I was allergic to tapioca. I love tapioca pudding. And isn't that also what a lot of boba is made out of? Oh gosh, they both are, aren't they? Okay. All right, I'm going to start with my shading colors like I didn't do last time. Boop and boop. Oh. Because they just don't understand cross contamination allergy stuff. It's so unfortunate. Like, people don't think about that kind of thing. Like, it's just a scoop. They don't get it. Okay. All right, I think it is much better to start with the shadow colors and then add on the colors on top. Oh, yeah. So the thing that's good for a lot of people messes with people who have this sensitivity that you have. Yeah, that's got to be just a little bit on the exhausting side, just having to check everything so much. So I know I always got tired of it when I was checking labels when my sister had completely cut out all hydrogenated oils from her diet, which is a really good thing to do. I recommend it if you can. But oh my gosh, it was so exhausting to have to stop and read every single label at the store because it's in everything. Oh, oops. Okay, that looks pretty okay. I feel like I'm making better time on this than I did the first time, but I think it's just because I've got the concept down better. So I have a better idea what I'm doing to make the effect. So what's the weirdest thing you found tapioca in these days? Yeah, I can see how that makes sense. And I can definitely see how it would work. And I can definitely see how that's annoying. Oh, really? That's like, ah. But are you getting real good at making your own stuff? I'm gonna unplug this phone. There. Even noodles? Oh. Okay, since these are basically identical, I'm just gonna save myself time and delete one side. Oops. Haha, just kidding. There we go. That way I'm not distracted. That's blue. And that's blue. Okay. So how bad is your allergy? That's the wrong layer. That's why it's the wrong layer. Like, are you anaphylaxis bad on that, or is that like just discomfort? Oh, at least it's mild, but it sucks that it's getting worse. Oh wow, that is pretty bad. And it's just a sulfite, so it's like just something that is like an additive in food. Oh, dang. Yeah, I love spicy too, but I can't do it like I used to be able to because I also have health issues that are getting worse. And it just, for some reason, it makes my gums feel like they're on fire. Like, not in the fun way, but like in an agony way, but it's not an allergy for the spicy stuff for me. It's just the sensitivity of the inside of the mouth, and it's a complicated situation that I'm mad about. Because like I really love to make a really spicy kind of taco adjacent bean soup, and I can't do it anymore. I cannot use the hot anymore. It's a tragedy. First world problems. Yes, a sensitive mouth. Oh wait, is that Kelly? Is that Kelly? Hi, Kel. Perhaps. Thank you for coming to hang out, you two. I appreciate it. I'm still getting a feel for what my like streaming schedule is gonna be once I do it for reals instead of just like guerrilla style in the moment. I'm gonna stream. Oh yeah, the one I'm using. I gotta redo the rigging on this. Not like fully, but because I got V Bridger, so I can have a more expressive face, so a better range of it rather than what I got right now. Because V Bridger will let me have a lot more blend shapes for the face. And I don't know if the model I'm working on is going to have that or not, because I don't know if she's going to be using an iPhone. I'm going to have to ask her once I'm actually done with the art before I get into the rigging. That way, if she doesn't have it, I don't rig for it because she wouldn't need it until then. It'd just be wasted space on her thing. Because I could always add it in if she got it later. It's actually really exciting because I'm looking forward to having a better face, a more expressive face. But I am gonna re-rig my blink because look what my eyelashes do. They do this really flat thing when I'm just kind of staring, and I don't like how they kind of vanish. So I'm gonna redo how the blink works. But first, Opalina's model because she doesn't have a Live2D model at all. Uh huh. Yeah, this whole VTuber thing really lit a fire under my butt for learning how to do this stuff. I could definitely say that. Because I kept intending to and meaning to, and I'll get around to iting. And then, like, when I just ended up with a model slapped in my hands that needed rigged, well, gosh darn it, I got to it. And doing the rigging and messing with the file for that made me realize that it wouldn't be really that difficult, other than the sheer amount of work of it, obviously, to just start trying to make my own from scratch, which is something I had tried before but hadn't stuck with. Yeah, that looks flecky and opaly. Oh my gosh, just a raccoon. There's this fun thing that people have been doing is like taking plushies and photos and stuff and turning them into Live2D models. I think that a Live2D-ified photo of a raccoon could be hilarious, especially if like the eyes and mouth were cartoon or something. I don't know. Okay, and now for that one and that one. Oh yeah, yeah, there would be. And PNG tubing is a great way to start out. Let's do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, I love VGen and like digging through VGen. Would sure love to have money for VGen someday. But once I get through my queue of VTuber model stuff I want to make, I am gonna put a little more focus on getting my VGen like verified and stuff like that. Because I've got it, I'm just not verified yet. But I figure I can do a verification push in the future. Because it's like 3 reviews and $100 in a month or something like that, and you can get verified. So it's like it's not too big of an ask. So I'd basically just need 3 commissions that math out to $100 total or more, and each of those commissions to leave a review, and bam, I could get the verification. So I'm not too worried about it because I haven't been pushing the VGen too much since I got it. I've been very busy, very busy getting everything sorted out with what the heck to do with myself and my life. With the whole VTuber thing overlapping with the stint of unemployment and then the new job and. But I think I'm finally striking a decent balance, especially since I'm trying to wrap the VTuber stuff up into the RP Mentors stuff so that I can work on both at the same time. Because work smarter, not harder. Okay, I think that'll be fine. Let's save our progress so far. And then flatten each of these. There. Duplicate the layers. Bam. Yes. All right, so this one will be the R. Oops. This one will also be the R. And I can't have a space in it or else Live2D will disown me when I put it in there. So that's an L. And that's an L. Now, how did those end up looking so different? Feels like I forgot something on those layers, doesn't it? You know what? I can fix that. I bet the glow dodge brought down to 33. Yeah, glow dodge. And it's just a little bit more green is all. Multitasking is a big ask from me, but I'm willing to do it, you know? My dog must sing the song of her people. There we are. It's not quite as green, but you know what? There is variance in opals, so I'm not too upset about that. Okay, don't need that layer anymore. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad together. The hair back is up next. Let's pop you to 100. Alright, why are you giving me that look? Oh, because I'm on. Alright, made that blue. Onward to the pigtail nation. Okay, so just gotta figure this one out as I go, I think. Because it's gonna be the top of the head and the pigtail effect. Why don't I... Alright, show the ruler. But that is not my... Alright, where did my actual ruler go? Oh, there it is. Alright. And of course, my thing is ever so slightly off center, but I think that's by design. But it should be good enough for this. Yeah, I think that's good enough. most of this is always going to be behind her face. I don't think the deep details are that important so much as like the edges. More bites of pizza time. Okay, I have a question. The fishing game. Do the sounds for the fishing game go through, or do I need to add those to my OBS? Okay. Yeah, I had my microphone muted because I'm eating pizza. Let me see if I can add sounds for that fishing game. Okay, let's try that one more time. Did you hear it that time, and was it too loud? I can also turn the volume up a bit more if it was too quiet. Okay, let me go, because I'm pretty sure I turned the application sound down on it. There we go. How's that for the ding sound? Then I can mess with it over here. Do a fish. Let's see how it sounds. Ooh, gummy worms. Okay, cool. I'll leave it there unless someone like complains in the future. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a fun little thing, and once I get the like actual custom stuff in there, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I like sour gummy worms. There's this one kind that's like a two-headed gummy worm, except they're like snakes or something, and one side is sweet and one side is sour, and they're so good. I think they're from Haribo. Oh, maybe it was Trolley. It was either Trolley or Haribo. One of them has a two-headed snake type gummy worm that is really, really ridiculously good. Now I'm just kind of thinking of gummy worms, I'm going to be honest. God, me too sometimes. Okay, and then this color. I'm kind of amused at how like quick and sloppy my work looks sometimes. I'm very big on trust the process, it'll work out. Okay. Gosh, today's Friday, isn't it? Yay! The weekends are like usually the easiest at work. So I'm excited. I've got another piece of art that I'm working on my tablet, and it's the second piece of winter art for RP Mentors. So I've got a sketch rolling for that one, and then they'll both be done. If I wasn't working on Opalina, I would have been working on that one here, I think. But Opalina's is going to take me a hot minute, so. But it'll free me up just in time to pull names for the April winners. Just in case they pick art too. Okay, I think that's good enough for those colors. This process like flies in the face of everything one of my art professors told me. which was to like grow the whole piece all at once. It's like, no, I don't think I will. Art does make a really good prize, and I'm so pleased that I'm able to do that. I think that's how that one artist, the Popoto artist, built their entire following, was because they were just doing endless art giveaways. Plus, their chat apparently was follower only, and you had to interact in their chat to enter. So it's like that was clever, I guess, but I'm not sure that it built like a stable long term following for them. I'm gonna blend this set in. I'm gonna see what it looks like if I blend this set in. If I can follow through on my I should art things, you can follow through on your I should art things. And I am willing to body double with you. We could totally work on art together, like, and hang out in Discord while you work on your big folder of ADHD whips. Art day, art day. It sets you up with like a Fugi or something and sit in Discord together and art at the same time while I'm streaming because I'm setting aside time to do art streams. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're doing those rugs, right? How are those rugs coming along? Just the one? You'll get through it soon, and then you'll be able to make even more rugs. And now I bring the base color back in just a little bit. You know, sometimes starting with an ambitious project, even if it's your first time doing a thing, it can be a really good start because you start with something really hard, and then the next thing you make, go for something easy. Once you've already done something that's really hard, the easy to make one will feel so much like simpler. It'll be like, oh yeah, 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 I had to tackle this with my first one ever. I'm not gonna let myself hyper focus too much on the details of this section because it's going to be like 99% covered by her face. And drag my thingy up here. Shadows and highlights. I'm gonna start kind of biggish down here. And then get small for up here. Yeah, I'm excited to see how your rugs turn out. That's 6:18. I wonder how much more of this hair I can finish before bed. That's like my big goal, is to get good progress on this hair. It's always amusing how much it changes it just dropping that opacity so much. Alright, and duck low dodge. Oh, oops. Okay, knocked my headphones against my microphone or something. Oh, whoops. Let's clip that. Clip. There. Hi, Kentayuki. Welcome in. I am working on Opalina's model, and I have most of it turned off right now because I'm working on the back of her hair. But let me just turn some layers back on. Oh, oops. Wrong layer. And that's what I'm working on. I'm doing pretty okay. I am feeling pretty pumped about this hair. Ooh, this is the first time I've looked at it with it all turned on so far. Yeah, I think that's coming along pretty good. Yeah, she's this is Opalina. She is a 10.1 centimeters tall, a doll idol made out of opals. So she's a little rock idol. And I don't even have the hair bit all full opacity, but that's because I don't have the twin tails at full opacity. Bam. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get a decent amount of this hair done before I call it a night. And I feel like I'm making pretty good progress because I think I just finished the generalized head hair. And I'm going to start working on those twin tails. So I got to turn her body back off. Goodbye, young lady. We shall meet again. I'm going to turn off the hair I've already worked on. Why am I doing that when I can boop? Okay. All right. I think this is ready to be merged. Did I get that line to blue? Yes, I did. Sorry about my dog if you can hear her barking. She thinks that she rules the world, and I merged the wrong layers. Merge selected layers, not visible layers. There we go. So that can be turned off. And now we're down to the twin tails. The hearts can go off for now. And this is going to be fun. So I think it's going to be okay. I've literally only rigged one other model in my life, and it's the model I'm using right now, which is a very gorgeous model drawn by Yamo Fumi on Twitter. It was my first experience with rigging a model. So Opalina is going to be my second rigged model once I finish the art for her. But because I'll be the artist, I'll be able to just go, no, that ain't working, and just change it on the fly. So anything that I don't like, I'll be able to fix. All right. And because these twin tails are identical but flipped, I'm just going to color one side and then flip it. So that will make it just a little bit easier. So there's the hearts, there's the right, there's the left. I've been working on the left today, so I'm just going to do the left. So I'll start with this one. That looks good enough. So let's make sure the lines are the correct color. Because when I drew them, I used black, and then I decided I was using this tone of blue. Thank you. My model mama did such a good job with the info I gave her, and I gave her a sketch and stuff, and she just really knocked it out of the park. And I just love her look at. So I wish I had done a better job of rigging, but for my very first rig job ever, I mean, not bad, if I do say so myself. I'm going to be adding V-Bridger into it because I just got V-Bridger the other day on my birthday. So I'm excited to do that. And if Opalina has V-Bridger, I will V-Bridger for her. But if she does not, I'm not going to rig that until she has it. Because she doesn't have a Live2D model at all yet. She's a V-Roid. Okay, so there's my lines. And that. I do like staring at myself, not gonna lie. It's one of the fun parts is just kind of oops. One of the fun parts is definitely the messing and playing around with the model and making funny faces at yourself on your phone until you realize you're in public. Totally hasn't been me, right? Mm-hmm. I'm so excited to finish Opalina's model and then rig it, because then it's going to be my art moving, and that's going to be so cool. All right. Big swashes of shadow. So what I'm trying to do with her hair is make it look like Opal's, because she's supposed to be made out of opal, and her V-Roid model is, she's like a lot of real opal textures. And so I'm kind of trying to duplicate that and doing a lot of hand painting of the opal texture, which surprises me. I thought I was going to be using like special brushes and overlays and stuff, but I've just been doing it. Because Opal and I, we were signed with the same company, but it went under before either of us debuted, and Opal didn't end up getting a model out of it, so I'm making it for her. I'm excited for her to have a Live2D model because she wants to be able to like fit in with the group of Live2Ders, but she's got a V-Roid. which is cool for, you know, everything that you can do with a Vroid, like all that 3D stuff, which, you know, I can't do right now. No, it wasn't Annie Live, it was Nexus. Nexus was like a partner of Annie Live, but they were a separate entity. So like I like to joke that our gen was so good that the company graduated. We were just too powerful. They knew they had to throw in the towel. Yeah, Nexus had a decent amount of pre-debuts. Like me and Opalina and Seiji and Gaku and like a bunch of other people were all pre-debut, and we got to debut as indies. And you know, I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. It's not what I was expecting, but I like the freedom that comes with being indie, so I don't mind it at all. And did any of those jump starts at least get models out of it, or like nothing? I'm gonna make that brush a little bit smaller. There we go. Oh, that's unfortunate. I feel bad for people who were like almost there. Yeah, a lot of like, especially the smaller companies have just been like crashing this year and last year. Like, on one hand, I'm surprised. On the other hand, I'm not surprised. But it's just one of those things. It feels like an evolution, I guess, of what's going on in the sphere. And you know, I'm just talking through my butt, but yeah, honestly, everything that had a big boom with COVID is probably kind of falling off and stuff. Oh, you gave away your model because you were dysphoric? So did you end up getting something custom elsewhere that you really like? Oh yeah. I My relationship with gender is just a big shrug emoji. Um, but I just kind of just defaulted to a female character because I felt it matched my voice better and I was comfortable enough with it. But like in a lot of like role play spaces and stuff, I usually play male characters. So it's like I could totally understand how, you know, dysphoria like that would make you not want to use the model because like I get it. I get it. I'm excited for you getting a model that you want and are happy with. That's got to feel great. I may have gone too small on this brush. In fact, let's add a little more on this edge. The kid who's older than you by a decade. I love that. Did I run out of music? 1 second, let me check my music. YouTube wanted to make sure I was still there. So are you gonna do like a... No, it's okay. Being a big yapper is great. I'm just a little bit like chill and not looking at the chat 100% of the time since I'm, doing art, but it is what it is. So are you going to do like a big model reveal or anything like that, or are you just going to like show the world when you can? Thank you. I think keeping the opalescent look on these longer strands is probably going to be really interesting trial and error my first go on it. Totally fair. I learned to rig because they handed me my model with no rigging, and my options were to either be a PNG tuber or commission someone to rig it or rig it myself. And I I'd been meaning to learn how to rig for a long, long time. So I went ahead and it I think I restarted the rig on this thing 3 times and each time I learned more, but I realized that, I could keep re-rigging my model forever and never get anywhere because I'm always going to find something I want to do better. So I was like, you know what? I need to rig another model or two before I fully redo this one. Yeah, I feel like I did a pretty decent job and I'm happy with it. I'm looking forward to adding the V-Bridger. But my goal is to fully rig another, like, maybe 2 models before I redo the rig on this model, probably completely from the ground up. Because I imagine I'll have learned a lot more by then. And one of these days, once I'm confident enough that I can make myself look the way I want to look, I will make myself my own 2.0. I'm excited about that. But that's going to be in the future because I want to give my original 1.0 time to shine and be beautiful because she is beautiful. Okay. All right, I think that's enough for the base shading. So I'm going to do this as another layer just so I can backtrack it if I go nope, 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 nope. So I'll grab those 2 colors. Oh gosh, that's gotta take so much time, like especially with the back painting and stuff. That's why I'm I'm making the model already cut. Like, I'm just cutting it as I draw rather than doing the whole thing and then cutting it, because my brain doesn't want to work around that method. So this, what feels infinitely more complicated route, is what I was like, no, this makes perfect sense. This is the best approach for me. Okay. Might I want to actually whip out some kind of brush for this one because it's so long? What have I got? Where did I put those light brushes? Takes a lot of creativity. You gotta think about what's missing there. All right, let's see if this works. Ooh, that is... Ooh, whoops. Haha, oops. Not what I meant. Not what I was going after. Interesting effect. But I think I'll just stick with the hand painting for now because that wasn't quite what I was after. Yeah, like what I've got to do is I've got to make sure the edges all match up for the stuff that's cut up. And that's probably one of the hardest parts. And maybe some smudge into the shadows. And no. I think this is better. It's more of a fire color. Oh, darn it. Kind of a shoopy, swoopy. I used to love paper dolls when I was little. I loved to like try to make my own. Never really ended very well because I wasn't that great of an artist when I was tiny. But I put the effort in. All right, now a little bit of erase. All right, pizza. 1 second. I'm gonna mute for a second and eat a little bit of pizza. Oh, partner. The requirements for partner, I'm nowhere near. I'm working on affiliate at the moment. So affiliate is an average of 3 viewers, streaming for like I think it was 8 hours, 7 different times in a month, and keeping that average of 3+ viewers. So I'm actually pretty well on the road to that. So I'm kind of excited. Partner, however, partner is a lot more. Like the average viewers for partner is like 70 something. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm probably going to be doing a decent amount of art. Um, I do sometimes do Minecraft. I'm in a like big group SMP Supernova SMP, which was started a couple weeks ago, I guess, and it was a lot of fun. I am a complete noob at Minecraft, so it's kind of funny to laugh at my hijinks, I think. But it's mostly going to be like art right now as I try to get Opalina's done. I'm not much of a singer. Like I don't have it's I feel like singing for me would be a batsu. Cuz I don't have faith in myself as a singer. I have some ear issues. I have been thinking about streaming Final Fantasy 14 since I'm so obsessed with it. Um but I'm not sure what I would stream with it just right now. Unless you guys want to do something crazy with me, like want to do all of Palace of the Dead or something. But then I guess I could try soloing that stuff, but that's not very good for like chatting with chat because I lose timer because I was too busy chatting with people. But yeah, I do want to stream 14. I just need to figure out what content I want to do. You just got to get through that second puberty with your voice and find your new identity with your voice, and I think you'll be fine. Like there's this one singer, oh gosh, I can't remember their name. Um it's someone that my husband introduced me to, and they originally when they were singing, it was a woman when they first started singing, but then they came out as trans. They did like this whole like kind of lore thing of being like a fey changeling, and then they transitioned, and then their voice deepened and became masculine and everything, and then they had done something. They had recorded themselves singing half of a duet, and then once their voice settled, they recorded the other half, so they have a duet between their male and female voices, and that is just really cool. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through those voice cracks. you know I've only made it up to like, was it 50th or 60th floor on Heaven on High? I would do Heaven on High with you. Yeah, it was really cool. Their whole, I wish I could remember their name. Yeah, I've actually watched a few of those out of curiosity because like they have a lot of them for shifting over to the masculine voice and also for the other direction as well. So I definitely double the suggestion of YouTube vids because there's some really good resources out there. All right. There was this one video I was looking into for, speaking of vocal lessons, is I was curious how people do screaming without hurting themselves. And I think it would be great to do like a song that's mostly screaming. Just because it just so opposite of what my character looks like. So I think that would be hilarious. But if I was gonna like do a song cover or something, honestly, I would probably cover something from Final Fantasy 14 because I'm a freaking nerd. I think that Honeybee Lovely song would be fun. Haha, yes, Virus Screamo era. What got me looking into that was actually the song Vor by Sleep Token. Just look it up how you do that without hurting yourself. All right, let's see if I can do this without losing the identity of Hair or Opal. I don't think I have. I'm guessing that's a Screamo one. Oh my goodness. Middle school foreigners doing death metal. That is certainly something to imagine and kind of amusing. All right. Is this holding up? Um well, I just might look into it, but not right now because I'm in such a chill vibe. Oh, oops. Dragged my headphones against my microphone again. I am honestly making this up as I go along for what I'm trying to do, and fingers crossed that it works. I think it might. One second. I don't know if my leftover pizza got put up. There. I have asked. I think this smudge I'm doing gives it this like almost move the feeling to it. Um, it's kind of zen for me. Like the repetitiveness, the focus. It's just kind of a zen vibe. But like streaming does definitely help me focus and not wander off because a lot of times I'll work for like 5 minutes and then like alt tab to YouTube or something. But when I'm here, when I'm streaming, it seems a lot easier to kind of lock in. So I'm excited for my future productivity because like I did the base drawing on my iPad and I did that over the span of a fair bit of time. My day job has a lot of downtime sometimes, and I'm allowed to do basically whatever I want as long as I'm like awaiting. So whenever I'm in waiting mode, I whip out my tablet or I whip out my phone, and I'll either draw or I'll do all my social media stuff. TikTok is such a time sink, and YouTube Shorts. Like, oh my gosh, there are some days when I can't figure out what I'm doing and I accidentally open YouTube Shorts, and that's like suddenly I time traveled 4 hours into the future and I feel like shit. And I'm still scrolling. They really tapped into something in the human psyche when they made shorts, I swear. keep forgetting about this pizza. Oh my god, I have barely touched this pizza. And I didn't get an answer to it. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna see if that pizza got put up because I don't want that to go to waste. I'll be right back. Yes, the rest of it did get put away. Hooray! Okay, it was nice talking to you too, Kenta. It was really nice for you to come in and to hang out. Look forward to seeing you again and rest well. Need something? Okay. All right. Shadows. Let's see if we can get that hair vibe back with the shadows, right? So I feel like I kind of lost it a little bit. A bit of a dip here. More like 20 there. Trust the process. Which is also known as hope for the best. Okay. I'm starting to feel like it's getting the hair vibe back. Like that, a little bit like that. Blend it out. Okay. Okay. That multiply. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that brought the shape in. And now, 30%. Oh yeah, that feels much more like hair again. Now for the glow dodge at 33%. And clip. Oh, I don't need the color picket. I've got it right there. All right. Onward. Blend some of it out, but not all of it. Let it stay a little bit on the sharp side. Definitely along this edge here. Here, and just kind of highlight through what would be a upward of it. And let's blend out the edge, but not too much. I feel like I've really caught my stride on this. But yeah, other things I'm looking forward to, definitely Final Fantasy 14 streaming, and starting to go through games that I've been meaning to play but never gotten around to. I think that scheduling myself to stream them will make me get through that backlog, and I'm so excited for that because like there's so many games I've been meaning to play, like the entire Dragon Age series. I've seen like Dragon Age 2 played, and I think it was Dragon Age 3 that I've played a little bit of. I don't think I even have 4, but I have like all the others, which I think is funny. Oops. I accidentally opened something on my screen. No, go away. Try to do art. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think my goal is to finish the Twin Tails. And there's like, I want to say 3 segments of them. And then I'll call it a night on the stream, which I think is a pretty good stopping point because then I'll be working on something else the next time I start up and not more of this exact same thing. Blend that out. And if I get my art done soon enough, I can do something for tombstones before bed. Ooh, all right. I zoom out and that looks nice. I like it. So, bam, merged. So this is TT top. And this one will be the middle one, and this one will be the bottom one. So this next one is going to be TT mid when I'm done with it. But first, rasterize the vector lines. Do that to them so that they won't block them. And make them my line art color. And also turn off the hidden one. Okay. And now, basic shading. And the fun thing about her twin tails is I could always add more layers to them later if I decide this isn't enough once I start rigging. I gotta figure out what I'm looking at here. Alright, so like that. And that's kind of a down as well. That's definitely a down. It's basically the last one but rotated and messed up a little bit because I like messed with it in the stretch and squash and puppet warp and stuff just to make it slightly different. So we'll see if the gambit paid off. So that'll be the back side. That'll be kind of the underside as well. And then kind of darker one. It is so shiny. The whole thing is so shiny. And I think like one of the last steps I'm going to do is making like layers that are going to go on top of it and be animated over it to make a like glittery sparkle effect. But I want to be a little bit sparing with those so they don't overwhelm everything. Oh, darn it. I keep opening things with my arm. It's a touch sensitive thing. All right. Got that. Now to blend out the shadows. I feel like I'm in the home stretch. Just 2 pigtail thingies left, and then the flip trick, and then I'm free for the night. So this is definitely a good way to help me hit like art goals for getting things done though. Oh no, my phone is at 20% battery remaining. I shall plug it in. 1 second. There we go. All right, got my tracking back. Yay! All right. Yeah, that feels good. Onward. Maybe a bit bigger for this portion. I apparently did not clip that. I thought I had. I'm in the home stretch, y'all. That's no excuse to get sloppy. Not saying my work was not sloppy to start with. It's just no excuse for it. I'm going to be thinking about other things that I could add to the fishing mini game to entice people to cast. Okay. I've been streaming for like 2 hours. Which means I've been trying to eat this single slice of pizza for 2 hours. I muted on purpose because I am chewing pizza. Okay, that looks similar to me to what the last one did. Multiply. Clip. All right, time for the multiply. Yep, it said to multiply. Super dark so I can see it. All right. I'm going to do darker line right along that, like it's a spine of the curl. There we go. Drop it to 30. Then a glow dodge layer with my dearest yellow color. And then swoosh. Would help if I dropped it to 33, wouldn't it? There we go. Shoop, shoop, shoop. I feel like that one gets just a little bit dark. Like maybe just a little bit too dark. But I don't think it's the multiply layer. I think it's the base layer. So I think I'm going to go back there, add another layer, and actually grab the flat color and kind of work it back in. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to drop the opacity. Oh, wow, not of that layer. I think I messed up. Hang on. Okay. There we go. That'll go there. And that's literally just the flat color. I'll blend it out a little bit and mess around with the opacity. You know, you either cooked or screwed up when you got to use your base color as like a highlight color. Yeah, I think that might have. Yeah, I think that did it. So let's merge selected layers. This is TT mid. TT mid. So those are the two hair layers that we have for this together. Which, yeah, they look pretty good together. And now the last one. Okay, I think for this one I'm going to be like big broad strokes or something. I've done it. I have managed to remember to eat some of the pizza, and I've got almost half the slice eaten. I'm very proud of myself. Next time, I will remember to eat before the stream, but timing it right after work like I did, yeah, I didn't really have much choice. Not to go experimental on my last part of it, but what if I found my airbrushes? Where are they? I'm so used to my tablet that it's hard to find my things that aren't where they belong. Because on my tablet, everything's exactly where it belongs. On my desktop, not so much. I also don't have nearly as many brushes here, which is hilarious. Yeah, I think there is a decent chalk brush. Like, there's a million good brushes. The problem is, I have a million brushes. Oh, actually, what if, and this is just an experiment, dappled light brush. I mean, I don't hate it. Maybe if I reduce the opacity for that. That gives, yeah, that does give it more of a opal look. You're right. I've also got, that one doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah. It doesn't match the upper layers, you're right. I would have to do some, I'd have to do some messing around to make that match. Like, maybe as a very top layer, but I do like the looks of the previous layers before. So I think I should just stick with what I've got. Even though this is really lovely. I wish I'd stumbled onto it earlier. But what I was hoping for was to find just a broad airbrush to do the big swoopy laydown of it. And I don't seem to have... Ah, yes. Fluid streak brushes. Let's not talk about what those are for. Got 10 million ruffles because I'm a little bit addicted to putting ruffles on clothes. And like little detail brushes for it. Bunch of brushes for like skin textures. I have so many brushes, and some of them I've never even used, but I'm all like, oh yeah, I totally need, I need this brush. Yeah, where in the world are my airbrushes? It's like they just don't exist. There's my hatching brushes. There's my pencil brushes. Yeah, there's like a really good chalk brush. Like this probably would have been a good one to use too. Because like they do have really good chalks and pastels and stuff like that. I love their brush selections. Above and beyond the stuff that I've downloaded. Watercolor, thick paint, so many paint options. Pointillism. I bet pointillism would have been a good one too. Like maybe. India ink, the highlight brushes, my line brushes that I love. Oh, there's the airbrushes right next to the iridescent brushes. Which, that's one of them. Oh yeah, crystals. Got some nifty ones. I think that airbrush, though, is what I was going for. Yeah, Clippy do expire, so don't let that happen to your Clippies. Oh, I wonder if I messed up on those last ones and used too dark of a color there because I just noticed that. You know what? Whatever. I'll make it work. Oh, look, it's pre-blended. I don't have to go back and blend it. I am a fool for not thinking of it sooner. Although I can still blend it out for the texture. I love those login for free Clippy events. I usually get so many Clippy to spend and then spend them all quickly, and then I have no Clippy again. I just wish they didn't call them Clippy points. It feels wrong. That even more brushes. Yes. That is what we will do. We will hoard the brushes. I mean, I'm a dragon. It's kind of what I do. I hoard things. I will hoard the brushes and I will sit atop my throne of lies. And you know why it's a throne of lies? Because I'm not going to use most of those brushes. I'm going to forget most of those brushes even exist. Let's be real here. Oh, whoops. That was the marker brush, not the airbrush. Alright. Damn, that was so much faster when I used just a massive fucking airbrush, wasn't it? Should probably clean up my language. I cuss too much. Haha, oopsie doodle. Do 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 do. Oops. I'm gonna see if the airbrush will work better for this kind of lines as well. I think that this layer can like afford to be simpler because it's like just kind of like the backdrop of the hair. Because like looking at it over here, you don't see a ton of it. Oh my goodness. I need to use the bathroom. So I'm going to throw up my be right back screen. You can still fish while I'm be right back. See, you can fish. So please enjoy the fishing. I will return as soon as I can. I return. I think I should probably add something to my UI to remind people that phishing exists then. But I think once I have custom stuff in it, the uh, brain fart. The when I have the custom stuff in it, people will probably want to use that more anyways, since there'll be fun prizes. Okay. I am so close to done with the hair, I can taste it. Tastes like opals. Let's see. Oh, that scared me. Yeah, jump scared by the music a little bit. Yeah, for the music, I'm just using like my browser. Um, and I couldn't figure out how to make it capture Spotify or Apple Music. Um, I would probably do Apple Music though because I have it without commercials and my Spotify has commercials. Okay. Yeah, I think this with the airbrushed in ones, and then I can just go in and put in some higher opacity ones, and I think that'll be good. fish. A bony-tailed chub. Looks like there's a lot of fish we haven't caught yet. Oh, there's your nuggets. Dang, this dex is big. I wonder if I could add in like aquatic Pokemon for the hell of it. It's still going. How many fish are there? I can see why that had such a long cooldown. I might turn that one's cooldown back up because I turned the cooldowns on everything way down because I don't have a ton of viewers yet. Yeah. But that's just going to make the rare stuff I add even rarer, right? Okay. And we should be able to do leaderboard. Which I think set to track 20. Okay, now for the multiply layer. Oops. That's what I'm going to do with the marker brush like I've been doing all the others, just to keep this stylistically similar. My gosh, I'm almost done with the hair. All right, nice. Now to drop that to 30. Oop. Nice, 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 nice. And glow dodge. Oop. I keep nodding my head up against the microphone. Okay, this needs to go down to 33 while I'm working on it. There we go. Wowza. Hmm. Now it kind of looks like it needs a fourth layer. Not there's actually shading in it. It looks like it needs a fourth layer. I think I'll have to look at it with the rest of the body on, though, just to be sure. Hmm. With the rest of the body on, it doesn't look like it needs a fourth layer, I don't think. And plus that one that sticks out a lot is going to be, Do I have a layer turned off? Like, what is going on here? Oh, that wasn't the very last one. Oh, no. Or was it? Hang on. What are we doing? This folder. Copy 2. And okay. Oh, yeah, no, this is extraneous. This is from before I changed the shape of it. Okay. So wait, so why does this one have that and this one doesn't? Hang on, I must see where I went wrong. One, two, three. Oh golly, I am missing it. I bet it's this layer. Just this. Duplicate layer. Oh no. Let's duplicate layer like that. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Yep. Yep, I was missing a layer. Ha! I am Boo Boo the Fool. Because I don't think... I could have sworn I did a layer like that one, though. Am I tripping? Yeah, because this layer right here, you know what? This is a bonus layer that's going to sit there until the end when I have everything else going. And then I will decide if it's a necessary layer or not. But until then, we're deleting the right twin tail. We're duplicating the left twin tail. We're Control-A-ing everything. We are edit, transform, flip horizontal. Kabam! And now both sides have the hidden bonus layer that we have not decided is a necessary layer yet. I do like the volume it gives, though. You see that? I'll turn it on to the other side as well, because that does give some lovely volume. I'll have to think on it, because in the meantime, bonus layer, because I am late tired. Ah, you're right. It wouldn't take too long to fill in. You know what? I'll do that the next time I stream art, because I convinced myself I was almost done. So I'll do that next time. Finish up the hair as the big start and give myself some energy for that. Because I do notice the longer hair in the back loses this hair texture I've got going on the fringe. So I think I'm actually going to need to do a layer above these, because I've flattened almost all of these already so they're flat. Yeah, I'll have to decide whether or not I need to do the streaky look on them. But I think she's going great. And save. She has been saved. All right. I think that's it for today, though. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 50 minutes after a full day of work. So I think that's plenty. Hey, you're right. You're right. That's like actually an art technique. I'm going to pretend I did that on purpose and then I'm just super smart. Yeah, no problem. I'm probably going to end up streaming almost the entire working of this model. So, hooray. But I'm also going to like mix in some game streams too, I think. I just got to figure out what and where and when. Probably do Minecraft next, because I haven't touched that in a bit and I still have a mountain to break down, but I'm inspired to go find higher level stuff, so I might actually sit down and learn the craft part of Minecraft. It's to be determined, but I am also thinking about what I'd like to do with Final Fantasy XIV, and if anyone wants to do anything with me on stream for Final Fantasy XIV, like Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High or one of those other endless dungeon things that are real easy to do, or even just grind tomestones and chit chat, I mean, that works too. I'm down for it. Hit me up. You know how to contact me. Mwah. Love you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna end the stream here. And thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And if anyone is out lurking there that hasn't said anything, I appreciate you, even if you're silent. So, yeah, I'm going to go run some tomestones before bed, actually, so I don't fall too far behind. So I'm going to be in game for a bit and